It's the best industry in the world to work with and to work in. I think that, and I know this is a documentary about the industry itself, and a lot of people would sledge it, but I think that we only have ourselves to answer for with the type of films that we're making. And we're making some great films, and we're making some absolute shockers. And the ones that are shockers, I think people can say, geez, who's going to pay for that? Well, the taxpayers are paying for some of it. The theater goers are paying for it. Some recent releases who we won't mention. We might mention them in a few minutes, but we won't mention them now. People walk out of the film and say, that's just rubbish. It's their choice to go. And I do think that we are a little bit hard on ourselves too. If you're in the States or you're in Europe or whatever, you see a bad film, that was a bad film. But I think it's because we made so many collectively bad films in a row the last decade that the industry gets a particularly bad rap, because I think Australians, and I'm probably Australian at this point, think we have to be the best in everything. In sport, in architecture, in the arts, in film. It's because we had a very powerful and vibrant film industry many years ago. I remember in the U.S. scene, as we were talking, Chan and Jimmy Blacksmith, Picnic and Hanging Rock, Jeddah, The Last Wave, Walkabout back to back, and thinking, fuck, this is incredible. And being absolutely enamored with Australian film. And there's no reason we can't make films like that. I think a big problem is that people apply to the government, the FFC, the AFC, the Screen Authority, as it will be called soon, and they get a bit of money, and they get a hot director, and they get one or two cast members, and suddenly they run out of time, and there's no time or money put into the script. But since they've got a hot director and they've got a hot cast member, they think they'll pull it off, and it doesn't work. It's better to have a great script and an average director or shitty cast than wonderful cast. That isn't going to raise the script. Cast is never going to raise the script above its lowest common denominator. And it sounds over and over. Everyone says it. Gets back to the script, but nobody seems to do anything about that. And there is a very, very poor history of good screenwriting here in Australia. Sorry. Great history of fantastic craft and directing and DOPs and acting, but audiences are smart. Kids are smart. 14-year-old high school kids that are net conscious and see trailers right away know this will be good, this could be good, or this will be shithouse. And nobody wants to support anything that isn't going to show promise. 2 hours is a long time of our life, and we need to be entertained if we're going to go for 2 hours.